Washington City is only as great as those who reside here, who make it great. And this is what we're made of.
My name is Irene Slack, and I was born here in Washington, Utah in 1928. I'll be 90 in May of this year. And my mother lived to be 102, I'd like you to know, and she was quite a spunky little woman, and she was quite a worker.
Why do you love Washington City?
I love Washington City for all the fun I had here when I was growing up. We made our own fun. We built wigwams. We dug in the dirt. We went up on the stone quarry. That's where the center is, where the library is. There used to be big rocks up there, and we'd go up there and play a lot. And we'd go up on the hills. We'd go out to the Grapevine Pass and go up there, walk clear up there. We were young and little. And we'd get squabish gum and come back home, have a little lunch and do whatever we did. We didn't have these phones and things like the kids do now. They don't see anything. They don't see the birds. They don't see the sky. All they do is look at that.
So we know that you provide lots of service to Washington City, and we really are grateful for that. But we want to know why do you provide tours of the Covington Home?
Because I love it. I think, most of the people that are doing the tours and things, even in the museum, they don't know anything about Washington. They come up to the Covington Home. I tell them all kinds of things. I tell them stories maybe sometimes I shouldn't tell. But they thank me for telling them all about and knowing what happened here in Washington.
What makes the Covington Home special to you?
The Covington Home, my dad and mother lived in there in 1908. My sister was born there. Mr. Turnbull owned the place, and he told them they could live there. They were just newly married, and then at that time. And people didn't have places to live, and that old house was kind of run down. And Dad and them moved in there, and some of the people had asked my dad, "How do you keep track of Suzanne?" He said, "I put a bill on her so I can find her." That house isn't as big as it seemed. It's a big house, but Mom said when she lived there, they just lived in the little kitchen in the front room. Upstairs was just a hollow, And I just love Washington. Washington's my hometown.
Washington City is only as great as those who reside here, who make it great. And this is what we're made of.